Hola, bienvenidos todos, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about anxiety. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is your body's natural response to stress. So this can be a feeling of fear, or maybe you're feeling apprehensive about something that's to come. This feeling can be shown in a lot of physiological factors as well. So what are some signs of anxiety? You have pounding heart rate, dizziness, sweaty hands or sweatiness in general, an upset stomach, headaches, and shortness of breath. So what causes these symptoms that you're feeling? Well, usually anxiety comes from just your environment when something is wrong or your body feels like something is wrong. I specifically, for a lot of students at Tech, I've asked around and I know that a lot of your anxiety comes from kind of the environment of being in school. So we have our exams, our GPAs and our grades and how that might define us in our head. That can lead to a lot of anxiety, as well as dealing with like finances and how you're getting yourself through school. Maybe you work while you're in school, you might have scholarships. Keeping those scholarships and keeping our way in school is a source of anxiety for us. And then on the other hand, outside of the educational part of our environment, there's also the social aspect. So we have our friends, our family, and in general our support group, and maybe there's some anxious feelings surrounding that. Given that a lot of people do have anxiety, maybe you actually have anxiety disorder, social anxiety, you have anxiety attacks, or maybe you feel anxious sometimes throughout your day. Here are a few coping mechanisms just to help you get through those anxious moments. I'm going to go through a couple of general coping mechanisms. One would be exercising regularly. This is very, very important. Keeping your body physically healthy will also help keep you mentally and emotionally feeling okay and help to reduce your anxiety that you feel on a day-to-day basis. Now, for a lot of people that hate to exercise, I know a lot of us feel like we don't have time. Regularly doesn't mean every single day. It can be maybe 3 times a week is your goal, and just getting some light flow movement in your body will definitely help. Another thing is having a good diet. So making sure that you're eating, natural and good vegetables, fruit, high quality meats if you're a meat eater, as well as nuts. Nuts are really good for your diet. Oh, and whole grains. As part of your diet as well, you want to try and limit caffeine. I know us tech students, we thrive on caffeine. That is our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but this is not good for you. I know I personally suffered from a little bit of test anxiety my freshman year, and when I tell you guys I was a caffeine drinker, wake up coffee. Coffee for snack, coffee for lunch, coffee for breakfast, and it definitely did increase my anxiety. As you know, caffeine can sometimes make your heart beat faster, or it kind of enhances the symptoms of anxiety that you already feel. So yeah, it's keeping you awake, but I'm sure many of you have felt your heart beating a bit faster when you have caffeine or take those energy drinks. So you want to make sure you do limit those within your diet as much as you can. So another thing would be trying meditation. There are a lot of apps out there, and I know that helps a lot of people kind of keeping their mind at peace, helps with or preventing even anxiety from coming up throughout your day. And lastly, I would say, this is more specific if you feel that you are coming down to have an anxiety attack. There are a lot of breathing exercises out there that help you to maintain yourself and to ground yourself back rather than, when you start to kind of freak out or feel like you can't breathe. So I would say doing breathing exercises really help, and I'll actually make another video of that more specifically about those breathing exercises. So a lot of us at Tech, we do experience anxiety on a day-to-day basis, but it can definitely become something more than just a feeling that you have every now and then. At this point, it could lead into, anxiety disorder, social anxiety, general anxiety. There's a lot of different, names, different disorders that fall under the anxiety umbrella. And I think it's really important that people know when you need to seek professional help. So I know there's kind of 2 distinct rules that they would say you should probably go see a professional for this. So one, if you experience one of the symptoms that I mentioned before, as well as there's a larger list of symptoms. Let's say you experience those symptoms the majority of your days, you definitely want to reach out to someone. And more specifically, if you experience one or more of those for at least 6 months, you've been going, you felt like you've been anxious for months on end, 100%, you definitely should go see someone. People, counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, they are trained to help you. So let's say you don't feel like you have it all the time, or it hasn't lasted for 6 months, but it's definitely something that's kind of debilitating in your life, and you just don't feel mentally and emotionally sound or even physically sound, definitely go seek help. It's easier said than done. of course. Personally for me, when I first had to go see a counselor, it was very, very hard for me to even step foot in our counseling office, and something that helped me was having a friend there. So I definitely encourage you to reach out to a close friend or a family member, whoever you're personally close to or you feel comfortable with, and see if they'll come with you to the counseling service. Also, I am going to be posting just our general counseling services down in the description box of the video below, so make sure you check that out. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. That is all. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave comments, what you like, what you didn't like, and you know what, let me know in the comments what your coping mechanisms are, your healthy ones, for getting rid of anxiety or reducing anxiety. Alright guys, thanks for watching.